Oh, yeah. Yeah, are you using NP kill? Because that's a nice utility for that. Yeah, I'd say check out NP kill. It's pretty good. All right, gives you a nice like UI for it. Yeah, that's fine. Just letting you know. All right, so we still got type issues. Let's try and fix them. What's up, some musician? How you doing? Was a busy day for you? It's going well for me. Just getting started. Oh, I see where I needed to paste that. Wrong place. The auto completion seems to be getting a little borked. Right, like it's showing the completion, and then it's filling in the wrong blank. All right, so we need to bump the version. So here's what I want to do. Oh, and actually, no, that's not the fix there, but it should be the fix later. Oh, hold on. Um. Okay, so that's in common, and yeah, we are no longer using that. Okay, so now I can do this. And what up, Sarah? How you doing? Yes, I do. Never use the Apple file system for that. What is? I think it's like APFS or something. Always make sure you're using HFS plus journaling. At least for externals. I've heard a lot of people say APFS just in general is bad. I think it might be the default, however, and I'm curious about that now. Yeah, so APFS is the default for your local drive. There's just a big difference between local and external. Wait, okay, so I'm defining this wrong. Let me do this again. Yeah, no, so I do need to do this. The problem is I don't want this to be any. No, so this isn't right either. It's gross, but it will work. Okay, so that one we actually expect to be an error. Let's go back up to this one. And that is now type safe, right? So here, if I were to add another prop, it is not type safe. Unless that, and then that's how we do that. So it's pretty much the same as casting it. Oh. Yeah, whoops. I hate how YouTube takes the status of the most recent live stream. I probably could have fixed it ahead of launching, but oh well. All right. Well, I think we finally got the type safety stuff. The get all endpoint there is broken because that's a different problem. What's up, Moshiko? How you doing, talented? It seems fine. I don't know. Do you have any specific questions? Because thoughts questions are really just so vague. Moved from Washington to Texas. Got your 5G fiber. That's cheap. That's good. That's fine, Moshiko. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I'm sick of frameworks jamming SSR down our throat. What's up, Warlord? How you doing? All right, so business balance, account, and payment. That's what I thought. No, I'm building the API right now. All right, so it looks like I don't have that response defined. Okay, yep. So we don't have that response defined, so we got to make that. And then let's double check this. Yeah, so that'll be an error. Cool. Just double checking that our type safety there is working. All right, delete. And actually, nah, delete ends up just being empty, so we can leave that. Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, and yeah, I missed a bunch of imports. And we haven't created that, so now we got to go do that over there. And it's going to be similar to this. All right. So yeah, that's going to be a failure because payments isn't quite what we want. We need like the get all metadata stuff too. And yeah, we're not querying this properly. So all of our get all endpoints are going to need like to be changed at about the same time as each other. So yeah, the get all endpoints will wait. All right, patch balance payment request schema. Yes. Okay, so the request types. And posting balance payment. That does not take in an ID anymore. Account would also be on the URL for those. Uh, am I using Calatrava? Yes. And yeah, we'll have to add more like documentation level stuff like this. We'll want to add some values to like the validators there, but yep, count ID also just goes away from that one. There you go. All right, so now if we go back to this endpoint, that now resolves. Perfect. And then here, yeah, we would do just that. And there we go. And let me just double check this. Yep, that becomes an error. Perfect. All right, so yeah, we got some good type safety in that. The get all is definitely going to be another failure. I'm not sure this like return type we have at the top level of this HTTP function is even worth it, but whatever. And this is the get all. All right, get all balance payments response, which we are getting there. This type is going to be way off, though. Oh, and we actually do get some type safety there. Yeah, awesome. Okay. So yeah, we'll let that be an error. So it's basically, we could get the error there, or we could cast it, and we'll get the error here. So I don't actually need the casting anymore. Right? Let me go back to a previous endpoint or two. Ooh, but that one is now okay? Ah, because we didn't type this properly. But then this still fails on us. Aha. Okay. So we kind of need it in both places if we want true safety. Which is a little annoying, but oh well. Right, so now this has the issue. Okay. I think it works. Yeah, I think that works. And yeah, we're going to have a bunch of stuff to do with the env prefix stuff, right? And how we end up doing the sandboxing there. All right, so post balance transaction request we have not created yet. Oh. All right, so we got to create those two things. So first, get balance transaction response. So business ID, account ID, and balance ID. Yep. And request type. So post balance transaction request is not what we're looking for. We do need to scaffold out. And can I just run scaffold? Yeah, it does both of them. Perfect. All right, so if we go back to the latest endpoint, that should now be fully importable, and that is there. That is there. Perfect. And yeah, how's everyone doing today? All right, so we do that part. The delete ends up being empty. And yeah, there's nothing really to account for there, so we're good. What's up, Tiago? How you doing? All right, let's make this one type safe. Okay, that one was easy enough. Get all balance transactions response. We do not have created yet. Oh, hold on. Yep. Good job, Super Maven. Um, and that's actually accurate here. Awesome. All right, so then updating is, yeah, we got that. We have not created the patch request. Ooh, patch balance transaction request. Maybe we did. Ah, that's it. Okay. So this is get all balances, which is different. And we do have a get all balances response. So that part should be easy. All right, so then this starts yelling at us. And yep, so that's a bug now. Patch balance request schema. I don't think we created that yet. So that would be in request types. And yeah, we're getting into a rhythm here. Balance payment. Post balance. Yeah, we don't have a patch balance. All right, so patch balance request schema is there, and it's there, and then we do this. Get balance response. Okay, cool. Let's try pnpm dev, and yeah, we're gonna have errors. 32 errors in 13 files, and a lot of it is due to business settings. Yeah, and the account reconciliation stuff. So we're gonna have to do that, but I think that is later still. And then, yeah, dev fixtures. Yeah, fixtures need a lot of work. All right, so dev fixtures here is going to have a bunch of issues. So yeah, we remove that. So what we basically need to do now is start creating some balances and quotas and filling those in. And hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing? Yeah, so this uncovers that we're missing another like entity type. So there's the entity of an account balance and an account quota. And they're pretty simple. But they don't exist yet. And we got to figure out where they're going to go. So before we can do much else, right, like we're going to need to actually create those database tables, and then we can start scaffolding thing within our fixtures. And then once we have fixtures set up, we might be able to get some stuff into our front end. I think that's the big gist there. And hey, Taco Bandit, Mr. Sir. What do you mean you missed me? Oh, in New York? Oh, no, no worries, man. No, not at all. Like, I ended up having to fly out. Yeah. I had to fly out like 5 a.m. on Tuesday morning. So yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, we'll get to meet up at some point. Yeah, next year I'll make sure I don't book two events like back to back. Damn, 8 p.m. on Tuesday? Yeah. Yeah, if I had just made sure to not double book myself that week, I would have actually stuck around until like Wednesday. So we would have had plenty of time to hang out. Did you end up getting to go to the after party though? Like the Tuesday night party? Or did you miss that one too? Okay, so there's basically only going to be two endpoints here. I actually feel like it goes not there, but over here, right? So, right, we're only going to really have the endpoints for getting an account balance, right? Like a balance related to an account ID and a balance ID. And I feel like that is account related. So it's going to go inside of the account arc file, which means it's also going to get nested under the account folder. It also makes me kind of think that like all of these account specific endpoints should go under that too. Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to commit what we got. We're going to get more music going first, actually. Yeah. So we get type safety working better for the new endpoints. Oh, you got to meet Theo. Awesome. Nice. And Tan. Oh, Tanner. Tanner Lindsley. Yeah, yeah. I'm bummed I didn't get to go to that party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would have rather been at that party than the Connect Tech one. It was good. Nah, Connect Tech was worth it. Yeah, I should have been better about canceling like sooner. So that was on me. Oh, nice. It is. Yeah, it's a lot smaller than you would expect it to be. Yep. I mean, you got to consider that it was built a long time ago and they had to ship it over the ocean, you know? Nice, nice. Yeah, I did Central Park last year. I remember going to the Statue of Liberty when I was way younger. I must have been like 4 or 5, something like that. So yeah, I don't remember it that much. All right, so what I want to do then is I'm just trying to think of like where we want to structure and like put these files. Didn't even get off the boat. Oh, geez. Did you do one of those like just touristy kind of like like tours basically? Oh, okay. You were just over it already, like halfway there. All right, so this endpoint just goes into balances, right? Because that's just directly related to balances themselves. Same thing with transactions. And yeah, we'll eventually have a stats endpoint for those. I think the stats endpoints we can just let be empty for now, but we'll want to add them anyway. We'll call this accounts balances payments. And accounts balances transactions. And the folder they're going to go in is actually going to be here. Yeah, so then we'll do the same thing here. Oop. All right, so then, yeah. Right, accounts balances payments, accounts balances transactions. So let's move those. All right, so getting account transactions. We'll just delete that endpoint. I think those endpoints would go away too, but we'll wait to delete those. All right, so accounts balances payments. So balances payments get all stay there. This then becomes transactions. All right, so then we got, yeah, balances, payments, transactions related to accounts there. Let's go through and update the path that they have here now. Because, yeah, I think the path definitely needed to change. What's up, Swampy? Been a little bit. How you doing? Nursing a migraine? Oh, I'm sorry. I hate that. I haven't really had a major one for a while, which is nice. Yeah, I'll probably end up getting rid of it here soon. Maybe this weekend or something. Delete is an empty response. Sure, we'll leave that. Okay, so then yeah, we just go through and do the same thing for transactions here. And what's up, Melted Fire? How you doing? Okay, so create, delete. Haven't done this part for the delete yet. For the get, And yeah, we'll have to go through and fine tune the documentation stuff a bit more later. I'm okay with what we got right now, though. Turns out, yeah, our stats endpoints are going to need a bunch of work too, because this is actually the other stats endpoint. All right, 1 second. So yeah, when are we gonna actually want to have individual like users stats? I think we're gonna want it, but it's not like an MVP problem. But you know what? Yeah, we'll just keep doing it. I'm gonna leave the stats like logic alone though. Yeah, so stats endpoints definitely something we gotta fix. Yeah, and the tag would end up becoming account balances, not just balances, and not just accounts. Okay. So I'd say we've got those. Now we want to do the same thing, right? So we got accounts balances here. We're going to have accounts quotas as well. But we still want to have this get all endpoint. over in quotas. Oh, wrong. Okay, so we have done that. We have not moved over quotas yet, though. So now we go grab those. Yeah, we see quota adjustments here. We see accounts. This just becomes adjustments. And yeah, we'll move usage. Call that delete me. I'll zoom way out. That way it's easier to drag this. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's a bunch of rigmarole we're doing. But it's necessary rigmarole. All right. So we actually messed this part up already. Yeah, we didn't have the account ID. Definitely forgot that here. What's up, Illist? Yeah, how you doing? So now we got to do the same thing for adjustments. Yeah, yeah, good flow. How's it going, Poopsie Doodle? I'm doing well. I don't know what I did to my finger. It's just always like I used to be able to pop it just fine. But like at this knuckle. But now it's like way too tender to pop. I wonder if I like jammed it or broke it at one point and just never noticed. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really too into going through the whole spiel right now. The old goals are that, but there's more to it now. All right, and then here's one more thing I want to do. We're going to call that balances like that, and then quotas like this. That way they sort up to the top like that. All right, so payments and transactions. Transactions did have a stats endpoint. So we'll do that. All right, so then for quotas, that stays like that. Usage. Yes, then we go to the quotas here. Oh. Okay, so now that stuff's a little more organized, but we need to make sure that we update these now. So accounts, balances, and payments. Yeah, we're going to take... Oh, and I messed one up there. Glad we didn't try to scaffold that yet. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. There's no point in setting deadlines for something like this. We just got to put one foot in front of the other. Oh shit, hold on. Okay, no, I did that right. I messed this part up, though. That's why that looked so weird. Okay, shift. Shit. I'm doing the wrong button. That's why. Okay, so we got that part for adjustments. Now for usage. And got to do the same thing here. Oh, yeah, and I renamed these. I didn't actually do the other change either. All right. And then here, got to do the same thing. All right, let's make sure we actually named those as we wanted. So yeah, quotas, adjustments, quotas usage, balance payments, balance transactions, perfect. All right, so those stats endpoints get scaffolded to there. Put a stats endpoint in adjustments. And payments. So then we go back to the arc stuff here. All right. So that looks good there. And then over here, we want to do the same thing. Okay. All right. So now we should be able to run that and call it good. I just want to double check on the balances thing. So yeah, balances, transactions, stats. We want to do that. Make sure we got space at the end. Quotas, same thing. Ooh, but hold on. So now if we go down and look at balances and quotas, yes, we've got some nesting stuff to fix. Okay. So we add source. We add arc. A lot of stuff moved. Feet. Change URL and folder structure for account balance and quota. All right, so now pnpm dev right? We get some errors still because we haven't fixed all of that. But that also should not have created too much new stuff. We do see, nope, we messed that up. And yeah. The reason that got created is because we moved this one folder to delete me usage. And yeah, I think we just delete that. Wait, what? Nope. We deleted that folder, but we didn't delete the part in our arc file. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I should probably make .env be ignored. We'll have to fix that here soon. No. But okay. All right, and definitely want to pace myself compared to yesterday. But again, no virtue without temptation. I don't think I did that much yesterday, so yeah. But I don't know. Not going to let myself go off the rails like I did. Oh, and hold on. 1 second. I just saw a comment over on YouTube, but my teleprompter wasn't flipped. What's a SaaS? SaaS stands for Software as a Service. All right, let's hope that this soda still has some carbonation. No, that's fine, JWeth. Basically, software as a service is made for other businesses to use, like other software, right? So, I'm trying to think of like a really good example, but there's a company like Auth0. Auth0 is used by a whole bunch of other software companies to do the login process for your software, right? So by leveraging a software as a service like Auth0, you can spend time building your own software and not concentrate on building out the auth part, right? Like login and, creating accounts. So by creating a software as a service, you can help other businesses launch quicker. Yeah. There's a company called Stripe. Stripe is a software as a service where you can launch a product of your own that does something, but to process payments, that's Stripe's job. So you can offload some of that liability to a company like Stripe, and then you're just concentrating on building your own thing. Those are just a couple examples. They're not all of the examples, but yeah, that's a brief explanation of that. And yeah, real quick, hold on. Hold on, wait. Did we make clerk a forbidden keyword? Oh, it's just because it was a link. Hold on. There you go, Isaac. I can still see your question. What do I think about clerk? I think clerk is, again, like it solves that problem of allowing you to concentrate on your actual business rather than concentrating on the auth part. I am not a big fan of letting something like that completely manage. That said, there will probably be some smaller products I try and launch up because I want to, I want to operate quicker. So they will exist. I currently don't have any products that I would use clerk on. Eventually, I probably will. Like right now, I don't plan on using Unkey for my API, like API key stuff. Eventually, it would probably be a good idea. But considering this is my first like SaaS that I think could make money, I want to keep operating costs as low as humanly possible. And I want to have as few dependencies as I can. Yeah, Unkey is really cool. Like, I love the idea. I think it's genius. I think, yeah, building out API key management is a thing that I will be doing that isn't necessarily my core business. But for Waltr, I want to minimize as much like software as a service as I can. I'll still be using stuff like, I'm not sure which mail provider I'll use yet. Maybe Resend, maybe Postmark. I don't care. But in my opinion, the mail delivery as a service is so much more plug and play and easier to like switch providers for. If I get stuck with Unkey, refactoring away from that sounds like way more effort. Whereas like I consider transactional email to be like a solved problem, and now you're just picking of one of many different providers that do basically the same thing. Because Unkey is basically the only thing of its kind that does it, there's a lot of vendor lock to it. As other businesses try and like move into the space that Unkey is occupying, then I think that there will end up being like a common set of functionality between them to where like migrating would not be a big deal. Very similar to why I'm definitely not going to be using Clerk, because I think migrating away from Clerk would be a pain in the ass. Whereas migrating from like Auth0 to some other just authentication provider would be valuable. I just don't want to outsource authorization and authentication to the same place. I know they are fundamentally tied, but it also means that the vendor lock-in is too high. That's my current theory. I don't know for sure. Yes, exactly. Migrating away from Clerk is like trying to migrate away from AWS, or like trying to migrate away from Salesforce, or trying to migrate away from HubSpot, right? Like any of that stuff, like now you're going to be so embedded into it that, you know, you want to make that decision with the full weight that it deserves, right? You don't want to make that decision lightly. Once you are on HubSpot or on Salesforce, you're there, right? There have been so many businesses that have died spending all their money and all their runway trying to migrate away from Salesforce rather than just building out their product. This was a post that I saw just recently. So let's see if I can find it real quick. Wow, the sub moves quicker than I thought. Oh, please consider other pricing options other than subscriptions. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that people can do that easier. Company tried to replace Salesforce twice. Yep, this is the one. So I talked to multiple founders post-exit, but not at the valuation they would have liked. Common thread, multiple failed initiatives trying to replace Salesforce with an internal tool. By year 7 to 8, your founding engineers are gone, no one's left to push boundaries and build from scratch, so you hire Accenture and they royally mess it up. Anyone got similar stories? Yeah, if you're hiring a company like Accenture to build anything for you, you've already lost. That is not something a lean startup can do. Right? That is something that massive enterprise with more money than sense can actually do. Accenture is not for startups. If you're hiring any client agency or contracting company or whatever as a startup, you're fucking up. I once worked on a project where the budget ballooned up to about, like, when all was said and done, we put in maybe 8 to 10 months of work and it had cost them 750K. You know what you can do with 750K? Hire 6 engineers rather than the 3 of us that were working on it. Right? So you're easily paying double when you go with an agency of some kind. Right? Hire 6 engineers and still have 2 months left to work on the product, you know? If you're building out your startup idea, man, yeah, you should not be looking at a contracting company. The problem is that hiring is hard, right? So yeah, anytime you're spending hiring and onboarding is definitely not free money, right? So yeah, like even at the 10 months we put in, 2 months would have been onboarding for people. And as you bring someone on, because you're going to do it gradually rather than all at once, that onboarding process is going to be staggered. And sure, it's going to slow some people down. So I can understand that. But you know what? There's a cost to onboarding an agency as well, right? Like, dude, there's a cost to taking the product an agency is handed off to you and then having someone else onboard onto that project anyway. So I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely like reasons companies do it, but only big enterprise can really afford it. That's definitely a great point there, Best World, right? Like, yeah, as a technical founder, you know, with at least, I like to think, some business sense, that's basically a unicorn. Right? If I could work for some open source company where I could work on stream and they paid me founding engineer rates and all that stuff, man, some company would be getting a steal. Right? If I could just start streaming at like 10 a.m. every day and, you know, work for like 6 to 8 hours on their thing and then start working on my thing, oh man, that'd be great. As long as the pay was worth it. But it's hard to convince people of that. And yeah, founding engineer, they often want to just overwork you. So that's the tough part. So yeah, I just got to be like a technical founder instead. Got to work on my own stuff. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it really does depend. They're swampy. It would have been really nice to get hired on for space drive. Like that would have been really cool. Right? Because they're fully open source, right? There are definitely companies out there that are like fully open source. I want to work for one of them eventually. If I have to build it myself, then whatever. Or at least like a business that recognizes that whatever we're building, there's nothing special about it, right? We just got to keep building it. There are very few companies that realize that what they're doing is not special. Oh, you think your CRUD API is so proprietary that no one can see the internals of it? Really? It's just a CRUD API. Oh, I don't know, Isaac. Yeah, who knows? But hold on, Best World. What you're more alluding to is, as a developer, literally start a business where you can build out everything yourself, at least as a start. Yeah. That's what I'm doing right now. I think a big problem is I'm going to need to get a co-founder eventually for any of like the VC firms to take me seriously. And yeah, co-founding, like, yeah, that stuff's tough. Hold on. Do I have anyone playing fantasy football tonight? I don't think so. Oh shit. Oh my god, I fucked up. Hold on. I need to pick up a quarterback. Derek Carr it is. Yeah, this does not bode well for me. Yeah, this album's great. You'd apply to work for Yo-Yo Dine? There you go. And yeah, hold on. So one of the things you see with successful businesses of that sort is being extremely quick to market, super bare bones, hack something together just as a proof of concept, and see if anyone is actually willing to spend any money on that, and then work from there. Yeah, you're talking about like Isaac's thing. Yeah, I think so. I think instead, there's a lot of like really good smaller startups that you can do that do solve a problem, right? Like upload thing. Very simple, you know? Very smart though. And that's like the tough part in my opinion, because it's one of those things that like it's so simple to do it yourself that it's easy to like overlook as a dev. Because yeah, I can absolutely do yeah, that's the Theos thing. Like I can absolutely set up S3 to where like upload thing doesn't make any sense for me. But there are so many like wannabe entrepreneurs making yet another to-do list app that yeah, you can make money off of them. No problem. And he's even got like enterprise like clients, you know? Because basically there are micro things that get built up at enterprises to solve very small problems within a business. Those things get built, and the devs building them are not always the best. I've had to like work on a couple projects like that in the past where, you know, someone like one junior dev was tasked with like, hey, build this thing out so that our accounting team can do something like really specific and niche to our business. And it's like, okay, cool. And they start building it, and then it takes off within the company because it actually solves a need, but they're not capable of actually scaling it and building it properly, right? Building something that's actually easy to work on again. So they go out, like a giant enterprise will then go out and hire an agency for it. But those type of people still need like software as a service to like, you know, save them from some stuff. Like that junior dev isn't going to know how to set up S3 like pre-signed uploads, right? That's why they end up having to hire people more experienced as like an agency at some point. So yeah, like those types of projects are actually really smart. In a similar vein, like Vercel, it's really not that hard to spin up your own like preview environments and stuff like that, like push to deploy kind of stuff. It's not that hard. There's even a GitHub action for it. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. Damn, I must have closed it. GitHub branch deploy action. This is it. Yep, GitHub branch deploy. Pretty sure. Yep. Yeah, totally. So when I went and gave a talk at GitHub Universe, one of the people helping organize the demo stage was the dev that worked on this for like the past year and a half, right? You can totally do your own like individual like branch domain style deployment stuff with this action. Like kind of genius. Now, granted, how many junior devs out there could take this and run with it and do that? Well, yeah, that's why something like Vercel can take off. Even a good engineer, the time they would spend setting this up is time they could be spending shipping features. So yeah, like I'm pretty sure we use Vercel at GitKraken for some stuff. Just because it's quicker, you know? You just push and you're done. And what's up, Susa? How you doing? Yeah, I don't host anything I care about on Vercel, but I definitely do have some stuff hosted on Vercel. I forget what they are. I tend to reach for Render instead of Vercel most of the time. But yeah, my personal website, Vercel. NPMPM is on Vercel. Some of these other things that I just don't really care about, but not much. Then if we look at Netlify, again, I tend to prefer render. So if we look at what I got on Netlify, Giphium, right? Just because the hackathon kind of required it. A couple Vexilla things that, meh, like no big deal. Oh, I forgot Streamception was on it. Streamception's basically a dead project right now, though. It was interesting. It was like fun to build out, but I don't know. And then if we look at render, right, I got my socials website on render. I've got a bunch of Vexilla and Orderly and the Twitch Voice Rewards app and the Whirligig Labs site. So yeah, I do tend to pick render for most of like the really simple static sites that, you know, would be too annoying to set up on GitHub pages due to how their pathing works. Or if I need to like modify headers or something. Hackathon was good. We won. Yeah, I'm pumped on it. So yeah, eventually should be getting $5,000 deposited into my bank account. And from there, I should be able to share out with some of the people that helped contribute. I'm not sure about like the amounts yet, but thinking I'll take like at least 1,000 of it and like divvy it up to some other people. I feel like that'd be okay. From what I can think of, there's like 3, maybe 4 people that contributed in like a significant way. Salmon will get like the biggest portion of that 1,000. Yeah, there's a couple other people. I'm trying to remember all of them. And yeah, like, I guess here's the thing. Does that seem fair? I would say I definitely did like the majority of the work. But still, like, you know, kicking people some money from it is the right way to go. Yeah. I mean, no, you can actually go use it right now. Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting any money from it, but I'd still like to, you know, reward the people that helped. So yeah, Salmon definitely deserves. There's a couple other people. I'd have to go look at the list. Oh, Fallen, don't say sorry. Yeah, I just beat you to it. I'm just that good. Yeah, and I think I'm not positive. I think Salman lives in India, so that money should be, you know, like should go pretty far. I'm not sure how much yet, but yeah, they definitely get like the largest portion. Another person gets a big chunk, and then a couple other people just a little bit more. You're on mobile while working. Can't try it now. That's fine. It should work on mobile. I definitely did push up some responsiveness fixes. I'm not sure how quickly it'll run. It actually runs pretty well. I remember when I tested it on my iPhone, it ran faster than my Mac Mini. Like it totally ran faster than the Mac Mini. Like the old Mac Mini. It's a somewhat newer one. It's not brand new. Hold on, let me double check. I'm always curious about that. I keep forgetting. It's an iPhone 14 Pro. I think. Maybe not. Hold on. '14 Pro. Yeah. So yeah, fairly new. I've definitely like dropped it and broken the screen. Like not the screen, but the back. Screen's fine. So yeah. Yeah, that is a solid chip. On the back there. I know that's not what you meant, but yeah. That's funny. That's kind of funny. But all right, so yeah, we did some major work into refactoring those endpoints. Now we need to get to the stats endpoints. And I'm not sure if a top level stats endpoint even makes sense. Like for the account. I don't think it does actually. So yeah, we'll probably end up removing that. Oh, and hold on, I missed some follows. Let's see. So Zocker, about an hour ago, thank you, and the Distorier, YouTube, thank you for the follow as well. The cost to replace that back glass is nuts. Oh yeah, no. I'm not replacing the back glass. I don't give a shit. Nah, never gonna happen. I'll just get a new phone eventually. That's what credit card points are for. Because I don't care about like getting like the best of the best iPhone or whatever, right? Meanwhile, like if I wanted to get a new personal like laptop or MacBook, I'd want to upgrade it, and there's like very limited upgrade options through the credit card point like Apple Store that I go through. So that really annoys me. But still, like, you know, it's a good value, right? I basically upgrade my phone for free every couple of years. It's not worth cashing out to like Amazon Cash or whatever though, because there's like a 30% hit that you take. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've recently gotten another card for hotel stuff. Right, like I got one of those Marriott Bonvoy cards. They do want me to use up or to like stay 5 more days somewhere, and I can like maintain silver status or some BS into the next year, which would be probably worth it, but I don't know, man. I don't think so. Like I'd have to really crunch some numbers. Oh yeah, there will be trips, but like 5 days is a bit. It's not that much. Like I don't know, it could be worth it to do like a Utah trip for some snowboarding here at some point. Yeah, exactly. See, I don't know, something to think about. No, no, no. So Poopsie, you're missing actually the point. Your debt is zero because you pay it off every month. Yeah, look at it this way. If you get 3% off of restaurants and you pay it off every month, there's no like interest that you pay on it, and you're basically getting a 3% discount. And a 3% discount will add up over time. Right? If you're going to stay at a hotel anyway, you can use a card that gives you hotel points and you can get free stays at a hotel, you know? So yeah, if you were already going to buy groceries, well, yeah, you're going to buy the groceries and you're going to pay it off at the end of the month in full to maintain a zero balance recurring, and that zero balance doesn't incur any interest. So you don't actually maintain any debt, right? The key is to make sure you pay it off in full every month. And in doing so, you also build up your credit. So then you can do things like get nicer like mortgages when you buy a house. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, best world for sure. Yeah, I'm going to push back and say car financing is usually a really bad idea. Right? Don't get a brand new car. Never get a brand new car. They're not worth it. They're never worth it. They lose half their value the moment you drive it off the lot. Yeah, 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 right? Just get some old used car that you pay for in cash and you're done. Poopsie Doodle, you can actually like you can wire it up to automatically pay it, right? If you're gonna be making the pay, like if you're gonna buy something anyway, then it's not like you're preventing yourself from getting the thing, right? Oh, for sure, best world. Yeah, yeah, no. The Primogen had like a good example. Like, if there are certain times where like rebates and certain things make it to where the car is worth it, right? Certified pre-owned is also sometimes a good option. But yeah, eh. No, that's fine, Poopsie Doodle. I get it, but it's up to you. This is not financial advice. Do whatever the hell you want. I'm just pointing out, by not making use of building up your credit and by not making use of credit card points and like cash back and things like that, you're actually wasting money. And you can make it zero effort to just pay it off from your bank account at the end of the month anyway. Yeah, I can pay my rent with my credit card. So I'm getting a 1.5% discount on my rent every month. All right, so another one is setting up leasing company. Buy the car through that, hold it as an asset, lease it to yourself, and resell it after a year, rinse and repeat. And you can break even and at times even make money, but it has to be with more exotic cars to make sense. Yeah, no, that just sounds terrible to me. Owning a car I have to care about? Oh, hell no. Hell no, dude. I drive a beater. I drive a really like beat up 95 Subaru. Nah, man, I don't want a car I care about. I don't want a car I care about at all. I just need it to get me from point A to point B. Yeah, yeah, I think if you can get yourself in the mindset of being utilitarian about your vehicle, oh man, that is one of like the biggest life hacks. That is one of the biggest life hacks. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, exactly, Griffin Bork. Yep. I like that name. I use the term Bork all the time. Like I use the word Bork all the time. Have you been here before and you just made a new account? No, that's an old ass account. Damn. All right. Is Bork a Muppets word? I didn't know that. I don't even remember when I picked up the word Bork. Oh, wait. Does the Swedish chef say he borked things or whatever? That might be where it comes from. That's a good point. I forgot all about that. Bork, bork, bork. Okay. Always had Beaker saying bork, bork, bork. Oh, bork is a meme way of saying bark? Sure, but bork is like, like when you bork something, you biffed it, like you messed it up. Oh, nice. Yeah, Anthony's great. He's a good dude. Yeah. Depending on the context, I would, like here on stream, when I mess up code, yeah, I borked it. If I mess up snowboarding, I biffed it. Yeah. Snowboarding, it's a biff. Biffs and Borks. That'd be kind of a good snowboard video, wouldn't it? It's just all falls. Yeah, Anthony, he's been streaming more lately. I feel like I've seen him a couple times. Yeah, I've seen him streaming like more recently than I feel like I've seen maybe like 6 months ago. Yeah, he's back into a bit of a rhythm. Yeah, that's awesome. It's good to see. Nice. Oh, Raimu, I was just mentioning the other day, someone did a 66. And I was like, ooh, that's real up there. I believe I think you're either right there tied with Prime or you're one ahead. I feel like I just hit 68 with Prime stream recently. Maybe it was the 66 and I just messed up. Like, yeah, I don't know. But I feel like for a long time you were like 1 month ahead of Prime. And I'm 1 month behind subscribing to Prime versus his subscribe to me, which is always nice too. Yeah, legend. Yeah, it's really cool. I appreciate that. 3 months away from 6 years. Putting up with my BS. I like it. All right, so we did a bunch of boilerplate, right? Adjusting the URLs and, getting our endpoints nested where I think it makes more sense. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Nice. All right, so what I'm thinking is let's go into some of like the stats endpoints and look a little bit at how we want to structure them. You found a decent lighting profile for the new PC, like the LEDs on the inside or something. You want South Park to make something new already? When you say you want South Park to make something new, do you mean like a game? Dude, yes, I would love a new South Park game. That'd be so good. I loved their other games. Like, oh man. Realistically, they could just keep releasing DLC though. Oh, you mean a new season? They've done like mini movies. I feel like on Hulu or whatever. Yeah, they've been doing more like mini movies lately. Right, so that's episodes. Oh, Paramount is where they are. Yeah, specials. Yeah, they've got a bunch of specials. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen like joining the Panderverse or not suitable for children or the end of obesity, but those are pretty good. I feel like they might only be on Paramount, but they could be on Hulu too. I feel like I never launch up Paramount. Yeah, the streaming wars. Yeah, so I'd say check out some of their like, some of their specials. I know it's not like a new season, but better than nothing, right? Man, their viewership has tanked though. Right? If you look back at like 2016, season 20, they're hitting like 2 million viewers. Latest seasons, half a mil. I think the big problem is like who here actually has cable anymore? Like who here watches an actual TV rather than just a streaming service? So yeah, I feel like this metric is less valid. Yeah, exactly. Only South Park I've watched on Comedy Central lately is when I'm out at like a hotel or something. So they are on a streaming service, Best World. They're on Paramount, right? Like these specials are Paramount only. These episodes here are also on Paramount. That's probably where you'd end up watching it. Does Paramount own Comedy Central? I guess that's a big thing. Owner, Paramount Media Networks. So yeah. Yes, they're like exclusive to Paramount at this point. I actually paid for Paramount just to watch the Twisted Metal show. I really liked the Twisted Metal show, especially like the first couple episodes. There's like episodes that jump the shark for sure, but yeah, I really liked Twisted Metal. Will Arnett does such a good job of the voice of the clown. Like, dude, he does a really good job of the clown voice. And hey, James, Mr. Sir, 54 months from James. We just hit 69. Nice. From Raimu, like, dude, appreciate you. And yeah, I'm looking forward to some gaming. I think Thursday nights are going to work. That means I'm going to miss way less because of Seattle JS, right? Like next week is Seattle JS, and now it's not even going to interfere with our gaming session. That's cool. You looking forward to Path of Exile too? You getting in on the early access, like the prepaid BS, or are you gonna go just pure like free to play? Yeah, I'm worried that the servers are not gonna hold up. Oh, you'll be playing it tomorrow? Nice. Yeah, I'll be playing it tomorrow too. So yeah, after coding stream here, I'd happily join you for a gaming session. You'll probably get started way earlier on it than I. But if you want to like start a new character when I start up to you. Like, no stress if not. They're prepped for 1,000,000 concurrent. Yeah, I still feel like they are not prepared. Like, dude, right? Well, hold on. Like, what's like the biggest concurrent some of those games have had? Like Lost Ark. Lost Ark, highest concurrent. All-time peak, 1.3. Right? What's another game we could look up? Right? New World. Those servers sucked. Right? Yeah, no worries, Poopsie Doodle. Have a good one. Yeah, I don't understand. New World Ethereum is what it was. Okay, so at their all-time peak, 900K. Okay, so yeah, if they're actually prepped for 1,000,000 concurrent, that's not a bad idea. They may be able to handle it just fine. Right? Especially because, like, New World was free to play. Lost Ark was free to play. That's going to have way higher concurrent numbers, What's like another good equivalent, like launch game that was online that required like payment instead? Yeah, because people want to play it day one. That's like part of the draw, right? They know that. And I haven't seen any specific like claim of like how long it's gonna be free to play. Yeah, Diablo 3 is tough because we're not gonna get like Steam numbers. And maybe Diablo 4. Yeah, like it's a lot tougher. Like Steam, like yeah, it's always free to play, but early access is 6 months. That's what I'm getting at, though, right? Like, so for 6 months, you're not going to be able to play it. That was 2024. No, I get it, but like, I don't think Diablo is going to be a good metric. Helldivers 2, highest concurrent, maximum concurrent is 700K. So yeah, Path of Exile might nail it. Yeah, like all-time peak was 458. Dota 2. Again, like Dota 2 is free to play. There was no like early access that you had to pay for. So that's what we're trying to consider. Like games that you had to pay for is the metric we care about, because a free game is going to have a way higher like first day concurrent base, whereas a game you pay for is going to have a lower number. So we're looking at what is like the expected paid concurrent viewership or concurrent players on Friday, right? And I think Helldivers being a paid game makes sense, and they only ever hit like 500K. It's just tough, like with Blizzard games, because they don't have the same like SteamDB like charts, you know. So the numbers are like tougher to discern. Like I don't even know if Blizzard really advertises that stuff. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Let's get to some more of this. It is currently 5. Yeah, we got some more time. You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah. I'm gonna get some more soda because it's a gaming night tonight. So yeah, we can still chill and party. I don't want to go off the rails though, like I kind of did a little bit yesterday. But yeah, let me get some more soda and start preheating the oven. I'll do some chicken pot pies tonight. Just because, because we're gaming tonight, I don't want to do like an involved, like cooking session. So yeah, give me just a second. I'm gonna go turn on the oven and get another thing of soda, and I'll be right back. It'll be quick too. Oh, hey, James, did you hear? I won the hackathon. I won that hackathon. Yeah, I'm pumped. I don't know if you even got a chance to look at the tool. It's Giphium. It's just for like socially shareable, like diffs. But $5,000 prize. Food truck investment. Ooh. Are you still trying to do that? Because it is definitely more viable now until the next pandemic. Main thing I'm going to be doing is I'm trying to launch up some apparel. So yeah, I want to do some Mr. Sir beanies. And yeah, so far from what I'm seeing, I don't want to do beanies through something like Fourth Wall. Technically, I'd probably launch up on Fourth Wall, but like the beanies I would get separately because Fourth Wall allows you to sell your own like stuff as well, not just their like direct to print. You would definitely get a Mr. Sir beanie. Yeah. It would just be like a beanie with like a little like tag, right, that says Mr. Sir on it or whatever. So I kind of need to get like the sewing machine thing so I can attach those tags. But I also need to like register a business so I can get a tax ID so I can get wholesale beanies. Maybe I just do it through Whirligig Labs. I don't know. Not sure I like the idea of mixing those two. Toughest part is I need to get like a business address. And I don't want to use my home address, but they also don't allow P.O. boxes. So that makes it a lot tougher. But I don't want to register a business to my like home address because that stuff's public. And I've had someone dox me before. Like back when I lived at a different apartment or a different house technically. All right, so hold on. This endpoint for stats for balances is not account related. It is just business, business ID, balances, balance ID, transactions, stats. Yeah, I'm not certain what the type is going to be for this stuff. Yeah, this stuff looks okay. So we're currently in the payments though. So yeah, a lot of this like transaction stuff needs to be refactored to payment based. Right, so then we go look at stats for transactions. And this one, yep, very similar, but we get rid of the account stuff again. The rest of it, okay, USA. Yeah, did I just make a Bloodsport reference? Yeah, I just made a Bloodsport reference. Damn right. All right, so this is not related to accounts. This is just quota usage stats. And we don't actually have anything inside of it. And that's fine. So then same thing for usage. Oh, and hold on. Oh, we just called this quota usages, but nope. Oh, that is usage. Oh, no. Hold on. This is adjustments. Aren't you a little young? Yeah, I love that movie. I don't think there's any debate. That's the best Jean Claude film, right? I don't think anyone would push back on that statement. Frank Dukes, like, put up your dukes, right? You don't look like Tanaka. I just had the song pop in my head, and I'm just hearing the dude like, "We fight to survive," like that's singing, like, dude, yeah, Kumite, Kumite. He just breaks it on his head. Yeah, dude, it's a classic film. It's really good. All right, so hold on. Oh, yep. Here's the thing: there's really not that much dialogue in that movie. Like, we've almost used up all of the quotes. Yeah. Okay, so hold on. This is the payments endpoint. Oh, wait, did I mess up? Did I edit the wrong file? No, we're good. Oh, no. I see. Yeah, we're inside of payments now. Yes, this is a different thing. So yeah, this is payments. So from here, You know what's funny? So I had to request for the GitKraken subreddit to be unbanned because it was unmoderated for a while. And no one else at the company had a Reddit account with enough comment karma to actually request it. So I had to do the unban request and like request to moderate. But we now have a GitKraken subreddit. If you have any questions or any issues, feel free to do it there. I know GitHub discussions are a little tougher. Like it's hard to like surface those things. It's hard to find them. But yeah, we will be doing our best to reply to any questions or comments you might have about GitKraken over on that subreddit. Once again, showing my value as a developer advocate, I guess. Oh, I forgot David Montgomery's on Detroit. All right, so I got two people playing tonight. They're still in the first quarter, and Montgomery already has a rushing touchdown. All right, I like how this is going. The person I'm playing against was a massive, massive like favorite until playing actually started. But hold up. All right, they don't have anyone playing tonight, but they do have some people that are questionable. So hold on, I'm going to tag them over in the Discord just to be sure. Oop. You mean like the sub goal thing? I think that's just something you set over in your like streamer settings. I don't remember where exactly, but it's something that you can set up like real easy. I'd say just go comb through your like streamer dashboard. It's over there somewhere. But yeah, it's been so long, like I wouldn't remember, so I'd have to go look anyway. So I don't know. I'd say just click through every panel and you'll find it. And hold on, let me look at this stuff. Okay, so I only got one meeting tomorrow, which is chill. Hmm. I can see why they did that. Okay, nah, that's chill. All right, so right, our payments endpoint looks good enough, and this will be account balance payment stats. Yep. This one over here for transactions, that one can just stay. Oh, but hold on. No. We're missing some middleware here. We need to be able to get the account. Yeah, okay. So we're good there with the get account stuff. I would say it's time to start thinking about permissions. See, I almost want to create like an endpoint for like has permission or something like that. Yes, let's start thinking about what that middleware might look like. Okay, so has permission is a higher order function similar to our is valid request function, which I think actually lives over in Calatrava. Yeah. Yep. Later, Tiago. Have a good one. So create get user teams. That's another like it's like a higher order function. Not quite, but no, it's just a higher order function. Is valid request is also a higher order function in which we pass in a schema and extra headers that we might want to pass to it. Yeah, thinking about how we do permissions, that part's a bit tougher. Because, yeah, we're not storing permissions anywhere yet. Let me look at my data layer. We do have businesses and business users. Hmm. So what I'm thinking is I'm okay with business and business user being separate from user and user team and like team. It's going to involve pretty much the same logic though. So we are duplicating a bit from what's already included in Calatrava. So here's the big thing, right? We got business and business user. Business user lives over here in our TSBS types. So we've got just admin versus user. Are these really the only roles we care about? Or maybe there's the idea of a read-only user as well. So admin would be able to manage teams. User would be able to modify stuff other than team stuff, right? So they couldn't invite other users. And then finally, there's the idea of just a read-only user. And I really do feel like that would be good enough for MVP. But if it's good enough for MVP, we should at least like consider what would the migration process look like when we add other permissions. So eventually a business user might end up having almost feel like we could store like the initial version would be like without a version of the business user, and then eventually we would want a version like what permissions exist and maybe just store it in like a bit mask. And then there's just a version associated with handling that bit mask. So then as we encounter business users that have an older like bit mask or no bit mask, we can prompt to upgrade. I think I like that idea. Right, we can start with just a simple set of permissions and we can like expand upon it later. I think the simple set is still these 3 different roles. So I don't think we're going to need something as complicated as Zanzibar yet. Yeah, this should get us pretty good. Let me get more music going. God, and yeah, the mustache is actually looking kind of good. I just wish this got a little bit thicker, and this too. And the gray in there is not ideal. As long as we have this, we're good. But what I end up wanting to do, I think, is something like this. So then the middleware that we're going to build out, so then, yeah, middleware over here, we'll just add it to the bottom. Has permission, and the gist is that this requires the user and the business to be resolved first, which we do, right? So then the argument is just role. So then, yeah, we got required role. And this ends up being HTTP request with business, which should also have the user on it. And oh man. Shit. Okay, so I almost want to create like a role hierarchy, like array. Right. So then what we could do is boom. Right. What's up, Saber? Yeah, how you doing? So if the current role hierarchy is higher than the required role hierarchy, right? Then we fail it out. I like it. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, so any user is going to be able to make a business, at which point they get created as a business user with the admin role. And then, yeah, other endpoints just check that permission. Yeah, okay, so hold on. All right, so we scaffolded a basic permissions check with 3 initial roles, but our goal for tomorrow is to then start adding that permissions check to basically every endpoint. And then, yeah, once we have all that, there's still like a couple endpoints that probably need to be made, right? Like, or maybe not endpoints, but at least like databases, or not database, but like tables within our single table data structure. And those tables would end up managing like an account balance, which is just basically a pivot table of an account and a balance within a business, but also like we would maintain the value in there. And that's what would eventually get modified as we do like transactions, etc. And what we end up wanting to do maybe is yeah. Like we got more work to do. And it's still going to be mainly a back end focused day tomorrow as well. I'm thinking though, we might get to a point, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not Saturday. If I end up streaming on this channel on Sunday, I think that's when we might be able to start being able to get to the front end for some of this stuff. So yeah, tomorrow the plan is implement permissions, implement the account balance and account quota, like tables for maintaining the running balance and quota per account. I don't think we end up needing endpoints for those, but we do need a getter for each one. Just so, like, yeah, backends can fetch that data. Oh yeah, no worries, Saber. I was traveling for like most of the past like month and a half to 2 months, so that's partially my fault. I currently have no plans to travel for like the next month or so. So yeah, should be fun. Let me do one thing here so I don't forget. Okay. Um yeah, I think we got a good plan for tomorrow. But yeah, we should go raid somebody. Oh, hold on. We're gonna go raid productive time. It's her birthday. So yeah, they do basically just a co-working stream that's just nice and chill, and you get to hang out while they're doing stuff. You know, normally I'd probably raid something where it's more interactive, but it's their birthday. So let's go wish them a happy birthday, and yeah, I hope you enjoy their stream. I'll be over on Gaming Stream tonight playing some Baldur's Gate 3 with James and Wormbane. So yeah, I'll see y'all over there soon. I'm going to get some chicken pot pies in. Those will be ready in like 50 minutes. And yeah, we're going to play some Baldur's Gate 3. So it should be fun. But I'll be back here tomorrow. I should be able to start somewhat early-ish tomorrow. I should be able to do like a noon start time tomorrow. And then, yeah, it'll be Path of Exile 2 tomorrow night on Gaming Stream. So that'll be fun. But let's go say hi to Productive Time. And yeah, I will see y'all again tomorrow or tonight or whenever I see you. But yeah, YouTube,